In Uganda, the Criminal Procedure Code Act of 1950 governs arrests. The law requires physical touch or confinement unless the individual voluntarily submits. If resistance occurs, officers may use necessary force to effect the arrest. Despite this, concerns have been raised about excessive force used during arrests, tarnishing the police force's reputation. Addressing journalists during the weekly security press conference in Naguru, Kampala, police spokesperson Chituma Rusoke clarified that force is only used when suspects resist arrest.
As police, we have faced a lot of challenges where people do not succumb to decent arrests. You tell somebody you are under arrest, and what he does is he resists. Then he concentrates on complaining why you escalated your effort to make sure that you subdue him. Our quarrel starts on most occasions when people resist, but then want to complain why we exercised more effort than would have been ordinary if he had accepted and surrendered to authority.
Rusoke noted that officers can arrest in a civilian attire, provided they identify themselves to the suspect.
Is it appropriate to arrest somebody when you are in civilian attire? Yes, it is okay.
Rusoke emphasized that multiple entities, police, army, and civilians can conduct arrests if they follow proper procedures.
What is most important, and what we always advise our police officers, is that if you are a police officer and you are not in uniform, then identify yourself. Because an arrested person would wish to know who has arrested him.
He also encouraged the public to report human rights violations by officers.
As Uganda Police, we condone any human rights abuses. And we do not associate with any officer who at his own volition chooses to go away from the human rights code. We have a disciplinary code. It is intentional. We also have a punitive record. We punish. Actually, very many officers, where you are not, are always appearing before our disciplinary structures to answer to their sins. Reason, it is because we are intentional on discipline. Now, if there are aspects of indiscipline, which includes also human rights violations, there is one shortcut. You must report.
While delayed arrests can cause community panic, Rusoke asked the public to understand that plainclothes operations may be necessary for flexibility, stressing the importance of cooperation between the public and the police in combating crime.
Police has powers of arrest. The army can arrest. But also what I need to tell you, the powers of arrest can even be within civilians and ordinary persons. So that one, there is no doubt about it. The civilians really should understand us. Not every person. There are even arrests where it is not feasible for you to go in uniform and get a suspect. You know of incidents where we have these phone snatchers along the streets, along highways. These who sit on roadsides waiting for gullible motorists. How are you going to put on uniform and arrest such a suspect? You can't. Those are operational tactics.
Nagoja Serena, NSTV.